all. I hope you're having a great beginning of the week. To my Australian viewers, particularly those in New South Wales, I hear you've got a weeny bit more time on your hands. Hope you're all safe and well over there. And with school holidays starting, you don't have children at home to drive you crazy. But good morning to you all. And as promised this morning, I got hold of this one first thing this morning, and I said, right, come on, let's talk about the weekend that was. And a very good morning to Deb from Outlaw Yarns, and we'll tell everybody a story. So we were talking about the Gothic launch, and many of you know that Gothic launched with Deb on Saturday. And you and I had a great plan, didn't we? We had it all worked out, and Deb was going to do breakfast bourbon. It was all going to be in there. We reeled it out in the shop. There was Woolfest, Winter Woolfeast, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then we were going to go live this morning. And yeah, then a thing happened.
Yeah, a thing happened. So we went live with Gothic just after breakfast bourbon. So when we opened the shop at 11 o'clock on Saturday. And then, yeah, within the first hour, it took 1 hour. Oh, sorry, that was
the cat. Cat bombing.
I'm at home. Today's my day off. So I'm at home in my lounge. So therefore, we have the cat bombing. So yeah, and within an hour, we'd sold out of the first colour.
Wow.
So Austin was gone.
Well, I think I texted you about 1 o'clock going, how's it all going? Is it going well? And you were like, Austin's gone and Shirley's nearly cooked. I was like, what?
Yep, and Phantom, and yeah, it was insane. So by the time we finished the day at 3 o'clock at HQ, we had 11 bags left on the website, which we had to pull off the website so that we had some stock to take to Woolfest, because the plan, of course, was to take Gothic to Woolfest and on Sunday. And yeah, I was looking at Ethan and he was looking at me, and it's like, I don't know if we're going to have any yarn to take tomorrow.
Oh, it was absolutely crazy. So yeah, so we got ours launched up, and I made sure that I tried to get the news out the best I could. So I'd put it on all our social media. I put the newsletter out to get it out, so those who were missing out with stocks direct from Outlaw, and actually the other suppliers as well, because of some of the
I had emails halfway through the day from our other retailers saying, can we order more stock? I'm like, no, there isn't any more.
So I kind of thought, okay, well, I need to get up. So then really the reason we did it is for those who went to Midwinter Woolfeast on Sunday, at least Ethan was able to say, hey, look, if I don't have it, try Skeinz. They might have it. Yeah. Well, that was the plan.
Yes. Yeah.
And most of ours got cooked by about 5 p.m. In fact, I just jumped on before you arrived. This is the sum total of, and you'll laugh, because the girls made this beautiful display. Heather is our mistress of displays. She made this lovely display, and we've got several of these stands that are on big wheels and casters, so we can move them around. Fortunately, it was on that one. So she did this beautiful big display, the Gothic, and we had the brass candle sticks and the big Gothic-y, I mean, it was a work of art.
Yeah.
And it was in the shop, I think, for some total of 2 hours on Saturday. And then and it's now sitting in Damien's dispatch area and is literally picking and packing straight off the display. We have, for everybody who is thinking, I do need to get some, we have a sum total of, this is Hyde, which is the beautiful, rich, deep green. We have 20 of those, so that's 2 bags of those. That's it of that left. So that's a couple of garments, people, but you know, Lewis, because this was actually one of our hot potato sellers of last year. But
Lewis was the second best seller last year. Like it went out immediately on the heels of Gothic, of Stoker. Sorry,
of Stoker. But I know a lot of people still have this in stash, so I think this is why it's a little bit slow. This for me is one of my favorite colors. So I'm actually not sad about this, because I know that I'll probably snaffle finally some of this for me. So that's the Lewis, which is that stunning rich terracotta orange. I mean, hello, It is
Yeah,
amazing.
I knew that was like I knew when I was bringing back the colours that bringing back 2 from last year was a bit of a risk because people would potentially not have knitted them. But they were such good sellers last year, and there were people that were very upset that they'd missed out.
So
Um,
we have got 50 of these left. If you come into
okay.
the shop, you do need to ask for it because none of the Gothic is on the shelf. We've pulled it outside. So if you do happen to come into the Nape shop and you want to get some Lewis, do ask for it because we'll go and grab it for you. And according to my system, I have 3 Lonely Phantoms left, but I don't know whether that's entirely true or not, but that's what my system says. And that's me.
Yeah, and we've got
Nice.
we've come back with I think 3 bags from Woolfest, and they are Hyder and Lewis. I'm not too sure which one's 2 and which one's 1, because we haven't unpacked yet. As I say, Monday's our day off at HQ, so we haven't unpacked yet. Oh, sorry, whoops. This is me. It's not an earthquake. I'm just rattling around because I'm sitting on my couch, just trying to get comfortable with this on my lap. So yeah, we've got 1 bag and 2 bags, and then we've also I think got a couple of random balls, but like literally just a couple. It was basically because yesterday at Woolfest I was actually in the shop in HQ. Ethan was at Woolfest, and I opened up my computer and my email was going bing 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 bing. And I was like, oh, so Ethan told me he was coming home with no yarn. I think he actually might be correct.
I know. I texted him about partway through and I said to him, I said, have you had to resort to selling yourself yet?
Yeah.
Because I saw some of the photos that people were posting. I mean, wow, South Islanders, you guys did the event so proud. I mean, it's always a fabulous event. I've done it with you a couple of times. Absolutely adore it.
Oh, you have to come down next year.
Oh, I know. I'm going to have to. I haven't been for a few years, and I think I might definitely have to come back next year. It was incredible. All you saw was a sea of people. It was amazing.
Yeah, no, it was from all accounts an amazing event. As I said, I wasn't there. I was there very first thing in the morning to help to drop Ethan off and help him set up. And so he and Helen manned the stand for the day, and Nikki and I manned the shop. So we had HQ doors open as well because we thought, oh, if there's people coming from out of town, they might actually want to come and see HQ. Also, we can't pack up the entire shop to take it with us. There's a lot more yarn now than what the Outlaw Yarn used to be. I used to be able to take all my stock with me, and I can't do that anymore.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. So it was a case of trying to figure out exactly what what we would do, and I decided kind of a little bit last minute that we would actually just keep open the doors because we're not normally open on a Sunday, and I would open the doors at HQ, which was good because we had people coming down from Woolfest going, we went to Woolfest and we couldn't even get near the tables. So we thought we'd come and shop here. It's a little quieter.
Rachel's in chat. She's just said it was absolutely crazy yesterday, and she's glad she popped in and got her Gothic on Saturday.
Yeah. There was, I know, because there was a few people that said they were waiting. We were honestly, I was having a bit of a panic on Saturday. It's like, oh my God, some of our regulars and our locals are actually going to miss out on Gothic. So I am glad that we've still got a couple of bags. So hopefully for anybody of our regulars who has missed out, because I know people were kind of like, oh, well, we'll come in during the week, and I'm just I had no idea it was going to go so fast.
It was crazy. And actually, and I've got there's Michelle and Barbara and Margaret and everyone in the chat at the moment, and I know they were doing such a great job of spreading the word around amongst the other local groups to let everybody know what was going on. So thank you so much for doing that, because it does, it's. I mean, we thought last year was.
Oh, I mean,
crazy.
Last year blew me away because it was so fast, and it had nothing on this year. Like we were just. I was trying my best to keep people updated in the lair because it was going so quickly. I was like, oh my God, people are actually going to miss out.
Yeah. Sharon's asking. Now, I'm sure you said this to me the other day. Which shops in Australia? You have got some couple of Australians.
We sent stock to Australia. So Sunspun in Melbourne, Maker in Melbourne, and who's the other one? The Yarn Bowl, and I can't remember where the Yarn Bowl is, but look them up online. So those are the 3 stores in Australia, and any of you who are in the US, Girl Friday Yarns. So check out her website.
And I think
she's on Facebook, and I think she's got a website as well. But yeah. Girl Friday.
And she has your other Bohemia as well, anyway, doesn't she? Is that the one?
Yes, she does. She does have some Bohemia. We sent her an order a week or so ago. So yeah. It was really funny. I was actually just before this, I was talking to my sister, and she was going to order from me, and then she went online to order and was like, "Oh my god, it's all gone!" and did a big panic and ended up ordering from Maree. So no favoritism here. Even my own sister had to order from Skeinz.
Oh, Sharon was saying bowls in Queensland, so that's thanks, Sharon.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, I'm not very good with my Australian geography. I have enough trouble with the South Island geography.
It was crazy. I think from what I did see, that maybe if you're looking for some in New Zealand for some of the colours outside of what we've got, I think Doe might have some down at Tote.
Yes, I think Doe might have some at Tote. I think Garni Spooner and Knitting Track, I think, are almost out. I'm not sure which colours.
Yeah, the Beth at Knit and Stitch has some.
And Beth at Knit and Stitch is, yeah. So I think, sorry, I'm just counting off with my fingers. So Doe, Beth, yeah, Garni Spooner, Amanda, and Knitting Track, Anne. Yeah, and yeah, that's everybody who had some, because it just went so quickly. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I just see a message there from Muriel. Yeah. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I've been talking so much this month. Actually, this is from Woolfest in Auckland. I'm still losing my voice. The Oddment bags, are they going to be on the website? Muriel, I'm not sure yet. Give me a minute. Yeah. We have got some. We did have some last bag sales going on Sunday. I think the plan is to put up the leftovers on the website, but I just don't know exactly when that's going to be. I need to talk to Ethan about it. So yeah, because I don't know, we've got a big empty table now where Gothic was supposed to be. So that's where our last bag sale is. I'm not too sure what else is going to go on it. But yeah, let me just double check with him. I think that's probably okay. But we'll let you know anyway.
Peter was in first thing this morning. He quite often comes and has a catch up with Claire and I before everything sort of kicks off. And he was there, and he said, I hear Deb's Gothic launch went really well on the weekend. And so I filled him in, and he was like, oh, should I expect a phone call? And we, yeah. Yeah.
I know. I'm just sitting there going, what am I going to do? I've got no yarn to sell. Like, seriously, it's all gone. And I mean, honestly, this is a bit of a love fest to all you guys, because it just, I have to say thank you so much for supporting us, and Skeinz, and our other retailers, and all our customers. Yeah, it's been, it has been, and is still a crazy, kind of time to be running a business. And yeah, so just when things actually go to plan, it's very exciting in my world, because it doesn't happen very often. You guys know that if you catch up with us on Breakfast Bourbon. Nothing in our world ever goes to plan.
I mean, one of the things you get very good at is just changing things on the fly, because you have to, and then you have moments like this weekend, and you just realize how incredible the community actually is. Yeah. Despite what some people say, actually, this is a pretty bloody good bunch, and it's an exciting time to be part of the community. And there's some, I mean, I just love too, I don't know about you, but I just so love spending time in the lair or in the speakeasy and just getting inspired, and seeing what people are making, and the incredible garments, and what things that people are doing. It blows my mind. It really does.
Yeah, we've had some fabulous things come through in the lair. I don't spend as much time there as I probably should, mainly because I do try and avoid the social media. And although I'm actually pretty much the only HQ staff member who, I think Perlin pops in occasionally, but Perlin's had a lot going on herself. So yeah, it's kind of normally just me, because most of my other staff members very wisely do not do Facebook. So it's pretty much on me, and you know, I'm famous for how much I hate Facebook. So I'm not really there as much as I should be, but I do try and look at everything and see all the fabulous projects. So
I haven't had to tell you to step away from the keyboard for what, months? We're going to say weeks, but no, it might be actually months.
And yeah, no, I am honestly trying to keep off the social media. That, you know, there's so much crap that goes down there and also I just don't have the time. Like I'm seriously, I'm a little bit busy trying to run my business.
But it's so fabulous. But that's why I love those, you know, our groups, because they are just genuinely really joyful places.
Yeah, and I, you know, so I really appreciate our group members that step in for me and answer questions and do things like that. It's really awesome. Because like also I am terrible for actually seeing things. Like even when people message me, I never see them, and and then suddenly it'll be like, oh my God, and I'll come across a message that was sent to me 2 months ago. That's why I always say, if you're trying to get hold of me, you must email me. Is actually the way that I will definitely see it. Even then, sometimes things get buried in my inbox because I get so many emails. But I'm much more likely to see it than social media. I try to avoid it whenever possible.
Well, on other good news front as well, from our perspective, so of course I've come to work this morning, you know, and I mean, you and I have had this conversation offline a million and one times. When it rains, it pours. So we had Gothic this weekend, and I said to Claire, wow, that kind of screwed up our plans for this week, didn't it? And she said, well, yes and no, because then we got a phone call from the printers and our labels for our Whisper DK finally arrived.
Oh, cool.
So because we've had the balls like this sitting in boxes ready to go for over a month, and it's the paper stock. And to be fair, actually, we ended up slightly changing the paper stock color so we could get it out, because they could get this champagne-y colored one in a little sooner. So literally,
pretty. Actually, like I've got to get some labels done, and I don't want to tell you what for, but I've got to get some labels done too. And we're having similar issues with actually being able to get them produced because of paper shortages for the printers.
Same.
And it's like, oh my God.
And so these are, I mean, as you know, like the labels that we get for these, we get, you know, so for people that don't know, when we do these labels, we get these from our printer. We have a fabulous printer who literally is seriously 150 metres down the road from the shop here, actually, just a bit further down Taradale Road. And so we get a lot of these. I actually think I talked about this on Wardrobe Toolbox last week, but we get a lot of these. Often we'll get stuff printed off in lots of, like, it's many thousands, so like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, depending on the stock that we're doing. So these are relatively straightforward, but often when it comes to a more premium yarn or something that is a very small batch, and you're like this with your stuff, it's a really wonderful thing, because you get to have a little bit more latitude and you can play around a little bit more. And with Whisper, we wanted to do that, so we went to this beautiful satiny, sheeny paper stock. And we're very, very lucky that we have a designer that is in the family, as it were, because Claire's husband is a graphic designer. So he was able to do these for this, and we got these done where he works. But paper stocks, they're struggling with these fancy paper stocks. So that's what held us up. So I have now actually put these live. So if you go onto Yarn by Brand, you'll see Whisper Fine and Whisper DK. And these are now live, and I've got all the colours. We've replicated all the colours across the Fine range into Whisper DK, but we have these two extra colours, which are called Comfort, which is this one, I think. Hold on. I wrote it down. Comfort, and that one's called Delight. And what I wanted to show, look at this, look at that. Oh, so the Whisper Fine, because that's super fine, and it's designed to go double strand, you know, with lace weight or fine fingering weight yarns, that uses super fine kit. This one uses standard mohair, and we've put actually a fine baby alpaca in there to give the softness. But we've done that because you wanted to get this for this thicker mohair. You want to get, you know, some more fluff going. So the superfine is not necessarily the best for that.
Actually, no, I'm trying to think. Someone came in the other day and they had stranded. Damn, who was it? One of my customers came in the other day and they'd stranded the fine mohair with Bohemia.
Yeah,
A bit of extra fluff. It was lovely.
Super plush. So I'm really delighted with this, and I'm going to I'll pop out an email with all the stuff today. But anyone that loves petite knit patterns, she often does a number of those patterns 8mm needles, which if you're double stranding back with the superfine kid, you can do it with you can put that in maybe around a DK. But this is where this mohair comes into play, because you put this mohair around a DK yarn and you can knit that on that 8mm needle for those chunkier knits.
Yeah.
And get the cover factor, but get the blush and the fuzz and all the rest of it. And so if you're wondering, if you're looking at this colour going, this does look quite familiar, you were right, because we've gone and designed it specifically. It's actually an exact match.
It's pretty.
It is, for these two here. So it's actually an exact match for Cottage Rose. That's it in Orb. So that's it with a 4-ply. Or it will go with La Rosa from Perrindale as well in a DK. So you're able to, if you're stranding back, or cuffs or anything like that. And our little friend here.
I like that.
I know, I love this too. And I know why you like it, and I'm going to show you why in a second. So it's actually designed to go back with our, I think this is Flamingo. Yes, Flamingo from Flight. So that was where we were heading. And just as I was getting the Flamingo, look familiar? And I thought, well, look at that. If you've got Charming, whether it be in worsted or Bohemia Light, it will also work really well with Charming too. So
you're lucky if you've got it in the.
If you've got it, if you are lucky.
We are so short on stock.
So I just need to check with Steph whether those have been photographed. If they're not, I'll actually whip up a quick picky on those to get them up for people. So they
speaking of photographs, because we had a little thing with the Gothic where the Byron got missed out to get photographed. Maybe you should tell Steph we don't need it anymore.
No, it's so funny. It's it's sitting at, I don't know whether it went up, not at all, but my gosh, no. So you ended up with my photo from 2 years ago.
And my hastily taken cell phone photo that didn't seem to bother anybody though.
No, crazy. So those will be going up today. Also, I'm just going to remind everybody, you may have seen this. This is our Shifting Sands collection, which is a collection.
Is this a new one you just put out?
This is, these are some 10-plies. It's actually, so we're trying out nets, because as you know, our lodge sold out a while ago, and the net that we were getting, which was a viscose net from Italy, they're not producing that anymore. So we can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So we have been shopping around for new nets. So we got this one new net in, which we've tried out, and it's lovely, but it only really works in beautiful, soft shaded colours. Whereas on the stronger colours, we had it on the Scoria. On the stronger colours, it just wasn't quite right. And we have that lodge has got quite a range, but on these paler colours, it looks amazing.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah, really, really, really pretty. So this is loaded at the moment for $3.95, 50-gram ball, but only until the end of Wednesday, the end of the month, and then it will go back up to its normal price of $5.95. So if you're wanting, this one here was, I know, an epic sale. Everyone went ape over this.
Yeah,
but it is actually a really I even said to Clea when I was looking at it this morning, I think some of this might make its way home with me. It is a really, really gorgeous wee range. Machine washable, lovely and soft, great for kids, and quick knits. So do make sure you snap that up if you're picking up, like if you're going to be jumping on and grabbing some of this, grab some of that at the same time. And a message from Her Royal Highness of She Endures, who tells me everything, and I have to do what I'm told, a bit like Ethan.
Yeah.
My version thereof. And Claire has just said that the new Opal, she has just got that all loaded up. So there's a new Opal collection out.
Cool.
Yeah, new Opal collection. So that's all loaded up under the Opal page as well. So that's right. I can tick off all my housekeeping without being told off.
Yeah.
Go me.
You're not the only one who gets. I got given a list the other day when I don't know if you saw it, that Ethan had a day off, so he left me with a list of things I had to talk about on Breakfast Bourbon.
Yeah, yes, I can imagine. I can imagine. Callum wants to know what your favourite cast on method is. He did this to me the other day. What's yours?
Oh God, oh Callum, look, dude, I got to tell you, if you want to know techniques, you need to be talking to Ethan. I don't have a favourite. I just use whatever is whatever's specified.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah. Look, I'm the wrong person to talk to about techniques. I am not Ethan.
No. Callum has got a brain, I think, very like Ethan's. Like he's saying to me, oh look, I found this new cast on method, I'm drawing this, and I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, I've got three that I go to all the time, and then I'm so lazy. I'm
much more a knitter like Maree. So yeah, her and I, like when we get together in person with Ethan, it's quite funny because he'll be going on and on about the techniques, and Maree and I are just like, yeah, whatever, roll our eyes. It's like whatever gets you through.
Ethan and I have actually a very interesting. So one of the things, like we agree on a lot of things when it comes to knitting, but we also disagree on a lot as well. And one will often be around when to frog and when not to frog. And of course, if something isn't right, Ethan's like, oh, you just frog it back. You know, I've got to get it back and get it sorted. Whereas I'm just like, nah.
I've got to say, I'm a bit more in your camp. I'm a little bit just the. Oh, look, you know, if I had the time, the energy, and the brain power to perfect, you know, not that I don't try to perfect my knitting techniques, but yeah, no, I definitely leave it to the expert on this one. I am a much more relaxed knitter than Ethan is.
Speaking of which, I know you are sitting in your knitting chair. Is yours sitting next to you there?
I actually have a crochet project at the moment.
Okay, go on.
Would you like to see my crochet project? Okay, hang on. I'm just going to put my cup of tea down
so people can see you more.
Oh, okay. All right. Hang on. Let me just.
Delene just put up and she said fudge before frog.
Yeah, that's a good one.
and both kinds of fudge too, Delene. I actually like fudge is before we fudge. Absolutely.
Yeah, a bit of Russian fudge is good.
Yeah.
Okay, I am actually. I'm learning a new crochet technique. So those of you who watch Breakfast Bourbon will have seen this already. So I'm killing 3 birds with 1 stone with this. We got some new Ashford yarn into the shop, which I wanted to try out because I obviously haven't tried it. It was new. And also I wanted to learn this corner to corner crochet technique, and also I'm going to be a great auntie soon. So great auntie needed to pull finger. Auntie Deb needed to pull finger and produce something nice as a gift for my soon to be great niece.
Yes, I'm baby blanket knitting at the moment too.
And I could have done a baby garment, but hello, have you met me? This is not going to be a happening thing. Why would I do a little wee baby thing when I could do a big blanket? So anyway, this is. I'm just trying to get it around the right way.
Is this the lovely Ashford 12 ply?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
So this is. I still don't think I've got it around the right way. Hang on a minute. Oh, there we are. There we go. This is half of a polar bear blanket. So it's a little bit hard to show you, but you can see there. This is
so it's kind of like crochet and tarsia.
Yeah, it kind of is. You use. I'll show. I think I've got the pattern here beside me, so I'll find it in a second. This is actually part of his muzzle, and there's a head here. And then if you go up, you'll see a bit more in a second because I could actually show you. There's half a foot. There's a whole foot.
There's a whole foot.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is what I'm making. So I have half a blanket, but I've just gotten to the point where I actually need to learn the decreases. Hang on, let me just pop you down for a second, and so I can see if I can find the pattern beside me. Here we go. Here we go. Get a good view of my lounge here.
Oh my gosh,
the pattern.
So cute.
Yeah, isn't it cute?
It's
adorable. So the great thing about these corner to corner crochet patterns is you can use any pixelated pattern like this.
Yeah.
And you literally just start in a corner, and each one of those squares is a little crochet square. And so you actually start in the corner and you go backwards and forwards like this.
Oh, it's like
on a
Tetris
diagonal.
crochet, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Well,
So,
yeah. Or crochet Minecraft.
yeah, I don't know much about Minecraft, but yeah. So anyway, basically I think I've seen a lot of Minecraft blankets in crochet,
Yeah.
in this corner to corner. So basically, you're just going backwards and forwards, corner to corner like this, literally. So what you've just seen is my half of the blanket that goes through here. So that side of it, and now I've got to do that side of it. Here we go.
Oh, that's very exciting. Actually, mine's sitting in the office, so I'm not going to go and grab it. But
Yeah.
I did about this much on my I'm just doing that my feather and fan that I do blanket. But actually, one of the things I dug out, because I was looking at the RAD this morning for the newsletter, was I came across, and I can't even think who put it out now. It was someone like Classic Elite, but it's just a standard chevron blanket. And I have to say, if you're needing to do a baby blanket or chevron, these would be spot on that, and nice and quick. So I thought I'd throw that one in there for everyone, because and if you don't know a chevron blanket, it's where you use a series of double increase decrease to create a zigzag.
Yeah.
So it's nice and straightforward. All right, well, I'm going to stop talking and go and do some more work. Thank you very much for catching up and filling us in on all things Gothic. So
you're welcome.
If you need to get those last sort of Lewis and Hyde, Deb has got a little bit left at her place. I've got a little bit left here at mine. We've covered off whether you can grab it in Australia. Oh, actually, Margaret, big thank you for the shout out. Oh, yes, the Aftermath was on Saturday for Creative Margaret in Auckland. Yes, great. I'm so glad that was loads of fun.
Oh yes, well actually we should say we've got Capital Fibre Fest coming up in 2 weeks as well.
We have got.
I don't know what we're taking.
Well, no, so I did suggest. So I did ask Ethan that actually on the weekend. I said to him, so what are you going to take for Capital Fibre Fest? Oh no, he had a really, really good idea. He reckons kissing booth.
Yeah. Well, he did say he might just lie on the table and people can pay to talk to him or something.
Yeah, he thought kissing booth. And actually, Delene, I know that you're on the table right next to him, and I said to him, well, that's all right, because you're sandwiched in between Nanette from Yarns and Delene. I said they can be your bodyguards. They can sort out any riffraff, and away you go. And I said, no, I'm standing across the way and I can just wave.
So no, looking forward to that. So I will be staying here, and Ethan's coming up for that one. So yes, I know he's looking forward to it. But yes, God knows what we're going to have. We will figure that out. But you know something that I totally missed last week. Last Monday was actually HQ's birthday.
Stop it.
Yeah, HQ was 2 last Monday.
I know, it's just such a where's that gone?
Oh, honestly, I don't know. So here I am. I'm such a great business owner. I completely missed the
Actually, you know what? We forgot ours. We did 10 years last year, and we did a big hoo-ha for the 10 years, and then we completely forgot it this year.
Yeah.
I said to
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, you're not the only one. And it was like, do you realise it was and it was because it was the week after we'd done the pop-up in Wellington, and it was and it was like, forgot about that. Anyway. Mind you, we've got the new store here. We have our one here in September.
So I was going to say it must be September because I came up for that. Your opening,
yeah. So it's after cancer. It's not quite so bad. So
yeah.
It should be good. All right, Chicken Licken. I will talk to you later in the week, I'm sure. I'm going to be back here with everybody on Thursday.
Yes, I will be back on Tuesday. Tomorrow with Ethan. For the hangover. Yep.
So do make sure you check that out with Deb tomorrow, and you'll have Ethan with you tomorrow.
Yes, I will.
For the hangover, so he can give everyone the skinny on what happened yesterday at Woolfest.
Yes, I can't give you much goss because I wasn't there. I just know it was really, really busy.
he can fill you in on that. And yes, and as I said before, don't forget to get that tweed, that Skeinz tweed. It's on the sale page if you're looking for it. $3.95 until the end of play Wednesday. Then it goes back up to its normal price of $5.95. And I didn't tell you the best part about this. $12.95 a ball, which is the same as the fine, but this is a 50-gram ball. And before you say to me, well, Maree, how does that maths work? It works because the cost of superfine kid is that much more expensive than regular mohair, and we have got that baby, that super plush baby alpaca. So you still get the softness in this, but we've been able to take just soften the cost on the fibre contents by just jigging it around. And also too, we wanted to give you that density to get you that sort of DK. And this will knit up to a 12 play if you need it to. So which means that we can pass those savings on.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it's 178 metres per ball. There you go. So plenty of meterage. So that's up and live now on its own page. So do check that out as well. So thank you, Deb. Thanks everybody, and we will talk to you again later in the week. Bye.
See ya.